Clutch Gaming back in here with yet another reaction video. And today we are reacting to Wilt Chamberlain, the GOAT, again by Fuba Sports. Shout out to Fuba Sports because he always keeps the Wilt Chamberlain content coming. Now this video was requested in my comments to react to, so you know we got to give the people what they want, right? You got to give y'all what y'all want. That's the whole point of YouTube. Keep the comments coming. Whatever you guys want to see, just drop the name of the video in the comments, drop a link, do whatever you got to do, and we gonna react to it. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because you know we gonna keep bringing banger after banger. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Wilt Chamberlain, the GOAT. Shout out to Fuba Sports. Hopefully they got some new footage in here or something.
He thought, and rightfully so, that he was the greatest basketball
Big deal.
player who lived. Physically, he was still the most imposing physical player that ever played this league, period. There's no one that's come close to him in terms of just physical prowess.
I agree.
And as athletic as any man who ever walked the earth.
Bro,
you try guarding that on the basketball court.
People always say, like, how could Wilt Chamberlain lift up that much weight? He didn't look that big, bro. He wasn't that strong. Where's that clip? Bro, that dude swole, bro. And he looks small on the video, but y'all remember, Wilt Chamberlain 7'1", 7'2", bro. Like damn near 300 pounds. That motherfucker would throw you, bro. He would throw you, bro.
You try guarding that on the basketball court sometime.
This was more than just some big guy who dunked the basketball and ran up and down the court. This was a true athlete. And his physical prowess was unbelievable.
He's going to the basket. Deep, there's Wilt to block the shot.
Wait, hold! What the f? Hold on, did I see that wrong? Look at my man legs, though.
Wilt to block the shot. Boy, Wilt
God damn.
Wilt playing another tremendous game. Wrap around pass. The Globetrotters are here and by jumping in. Great play for the big man.
Great defensive work. Tremendous ball handling.
They just gave him the rock. He just gave him the ball.
Demonstration of speed and ability.
I ain't gonna lie, they wasn't running that fast right there, but he just dropped that shit in over there.
We talk about when we say what he did things that just defy description. I can remember plays that he made that when I would talk about him, people said, no, he couldn't have done that. And I'm telling you, he was just a great, great basketball player.
Here comes Boston, but Chamberlain keeps the pressure on. Wilt rebounds for a fast break.
For the Eastern All-Stars as Wilt Chamberlain comes up with another rebound. Wilt sort of toying with...
Yo, quick question though. I always see Wilt Chamberlain like when he's on the break and he got the ball, it's like he always jumps in the air, then freezes, and then passes at the last second. Why does he do that?
The opposition.
Just pass the ball. Maybe I'm not. See, he just did it again right there.
Knocked loose, Hurston back, Chamberlain slammed up.
Chamberlain gets away from Bowman.
Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
By the fact that he led the league in assists later on, showed he could pass the basketball. So Wilt had all the tools. He didn't display them all the time because he was asked to do other things.
He can hurt you with assists like that also, playing the post.
Oh, that was a great pass by Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, most valuable player in the National Basketball.
And this is another thing people got to realize, man. Shout out to Michael Jordan. But, I mean, if we being completely honest right here, if Wilt Chamberlain had just kept scoring the way he was scoring, like, the all-time NBA scoring average wouldn't even be close. It wouldn't be close, bro. Would have probably, like he said, would have averaged 40 for his career. They asked him to do other things. He had to become a better passer because he was trying to win. Now, if he was on his Russell Westbrook and just said, hey, man, I'm just going to go out here and just destroy people for my whole career, every record wouldn't be untouchable. Like, we over here thinking LeBron finna pass Kareem. Wilt Chamberlain probably had 45,000 points, bro, or more. If he just scored his whole, I'm just talking about in the 13 years, bro. I think probably in his later years before he like really broke down, he probably would have been averaging still around 30, bro. That's how good he was. So, hey.
Ball Association this year.
You know, obviously, and
he was a good passer, man.
He remains across the whole league.
He got that shit right back.
The three-point line wasn't around for him. He would have figured that out probably too. So.
Yep.
Passes to Chamberlain, he's open, he shoots, he scores.
I'm glad I played in this era. Let's put it that way.
Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, how about that?
Wilt still tries it. And in she goes.
Chamberlain turns and shoots outside. Good.
There's somebody going through the middle. Nobody goes. Wilt takes it in himself.
He had that bank shot down, boy. And you can't defend a shot better than that.
That was not his game. And if you remember, the main point is 60% or more of Wilt's shots came on fadeaways.
See, that's what I'm saying. People always be like, yo, Wilt Chamberlain only played against 5'10" people and he dunked the ball every time. No, he didn't, bro. You just heard it. He literally just said 60% of his shots came off fadeaways, but he can't shoot. All he doing is laying the ball up and dunking over little people. When people say that, you literally just know immediately they don't know what the they talking about, and they've never seen any basketball from that era, bro. Because you're literally just repeating what probably some 12-year-old is saying. Look it up. It's easily findable. We got this thing called YouTube. Obviously, you can find it and see it for yourself if people are lying. They're obviously lying. So when people bring shit up on Twitter comments and stuff, trolls, bro. Trolls.
Chamberlain is the greatest scoring machine the game has ever known, and he can score on.
And this shot, I don't remember too many people before 1960, 62 taking fadeaways. When people act like Dirk invented this shit, no, he didn't, bro. Dirk did not invent the post fadeaway. Tim Duncan didn't invent the post fadeaway. Michael Jordan didn't invent the post fadeaway. This is one of the most unstoppable and unguardable shots ever, bro. That's the reason why Jordan consistently used it in his later career, because he knew he can get that shit off on anybody. Same reason Dirk used it. He knew he can get it off at any time, especially with that knee up. This dude really brought that shot to the light, bro. This is the guy who did that. The guy who averaged fucking 50 points off of it. Man need to get his credit, bro. And when people say this dude, like, it don't count because he didn't win, bro, you're just literally throwing out everything else that he did. Everything else that he did has to be factored in too. Rings are a team thing. It's a team thing.
You in dozens of ways. Here's one you can't stop: the fall-away jumper. And
Come on, bro.
He hits this repeatedly, despite good defense. That fall-away jumper just cannot be stopped. Beautiful.
When this giant walks out on the floor, the 76ers automatically have.
And this is a move that can translate into any era. Any era. This is a 7'1" dude doing this.
I don't see how anyone can stop him.
I think with his competitive spirit that he had, that's the one thing about Wilt. Wilt did not like to lose. He always wanted to win. So if he'd have been 6'4", 6'5", or 6'6", I think he would have had the determination. He probably would have had more of that killer instinct also.
Come on, bro.
People because of his
the touch. Shaq could never do that. This is the thing, bro. Shaq had two moves, bro. He had the drop step and he had the post hook. That little post hook he did like with the offhand. That's what Shaq had, bro. Shaq doesn't have the touch. Shaq not hitting fadeaways like this, bro. From that deep, nah.
Size, I think he really held back.
Shaq depended on his strength and bullying people and drop stepping and putting his shoulder into people and backing them down in the paint. Wilt had a finesse game, and he couldn't do that because he couldn't do what Shaq did, because if he did, it would be an offensive foul. So this is why when people always talk about Shaq and Wilt, bro, Wilt was way more talented than Shaq could ever be, bro. Shaq could have probably been better than Wilt, but he obviously, everybody know he wasn't a type of guy like Kobe that consistently worked on his game like that. Wilt was tough as hell, bro.
Most of the time, and didn't try to.
And it's like I'm sorry, I keep pausing, but it bothers me. It's like his whole career is just tossed aside because people didn't see it live. There's not a lot of YouTube footage of it. Do you know how much crazy shit this dude probably did that was never captured? They banned him dunking free throws. And people are like, nah, that didn't happen. Why would they make the rule for that if it didn't happen? If it never happened, they would have never made the rule, bro. I'm just saying,
with his physical body. And I thought, quite frankly, that he was more of a finesse player than a power player. And yet, when he did turn on the power and exert that physical presence, he was unstoppable.
Were you as great as you were because of the time, or would you be as great now? There's 15 7-footers now. There were 3 in your era.
Well, I disagree with you there. I think it was a lot of big guys when I played. Guys who weighed more than I did. A few guys taller than I was. A lot of 7-footers. But today the guys are much more athletic. But I think sometimes when you have all that going for you in the body, how is your head?
I said, you know, Wilt, I think I'm the only guy on this planet that knows how really good you are. Because he was smart on top of everything
else.
That's
a lot of footage,
the smartest guy I played against.
The Celtics press the ball to keep it away from Chamberlain. He scores anyway.
Chamberlain gets the ball. His double team puts it in nonetheless.
Chamberlain, boxed in and all, still gets the shot away.
Chamberlain banks it in.
Chamberlain outside. Chamberlain in the pivot. Wow! And to Chamberlain. Chamberlain scores.
It's kind of Kevin Durant-ish. Like, well, yeah, look how tall he is. Of course, he just shoots over everybody.
Puts it up, Wilt knocks it down.
Hey, that's a very good point, bro. People don't say shit about Kevin Durant being taller than the rest of the league and shooting over everybody.
Jones,
people don't say that don't count.
Russell, blocked by Chamberlain. A great
I've seen this
block by
before, but every
Chamberlain.
time I see it, that shit is crazy.
Two great plays by Wilt Chamberlain.
Now let's watch his defense.
He's going to challenge Wilt. He does. Wilt fly swats it right down his throat. Jumps it up over Wilt. Wilt blocks it. That's 4 block shots for Chamberlain. Chamberlain blocked it. Great play by Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets the ball. Nice play.
Trying to get it up over Chamberlain. He drives it down his throat.
The Heights and he's deep.
Imagine being hit like in the face by a ball he blocks.
The crab blocks the shot.
Jesus.
Sam Jones, good block by Chamberlain.
A 3-inch height advantage.
Grabbed it.
Chamberlain got just enough of it.
Havlicek blocked, and Chamberlain has the rebound.
Going to drive over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there. Good block by Chamberlain. Penetrates, gives to Jackson. Chamberlain blocks it. Put it up again. Chamberlain slaps it out. That's 7 times.
I mean, how do you score on that dude in the paint? You can't.
Oscar working.
His limb's too long, bro.
Good defensive play by Wilt.
Barry puts it up.
Over Chamberlain. Wilt slaps it out of there. Down the middle. Chamberlain nice. Watch that out of bounds. He is awesome. Chamberlain blocks it. It's out of bounds. Oh, they call goaltender.
That's what he calls his finger roll, and that's a tough shot. You just don't block that shot.
Ever boys never rush.
Now that's an unstoppable
his play
move,
when
bro.
he wants it.
Why don't people nowadays use that?
47 and 48.
That's what I want to know.
Into Wilt.
That's hard to guard, bro.
Wilt working against and Russell.
I feel like it's just as hard to guard as a sky hook. Especially if you got the touch.
Chamberlain puts it up and in.
And you got long arms like that. Like, imagine somebody like Rudy Gobert or like Mo Bamba doing that shit, bro. How you gonna stop it? They just don't got the touch this dude got.
Earl Strawn, the legendary referee who's no longer with us, said if we called all the fouls on Wilt, we wouldn't have a game. So there was 2 sets of rules for Wilt when he played.
Same with Shaq.
Wilt Chamberlain driving on Russell.
Same with LeBron,
You see a
too.
lot of that now.
Here's a little bit of a misconception. A lot of people think, hey, Wilt was scoring against everybody else, and he wasn't doing diddly against Russ. But there were games the Celtics might have won where you got 45 points, 28, 30 boards. I think you had your
62 one night, I remember very clearly.
62 off you?
Yeah. I won't ever forget that.
Wilt, of course, is a great rebounder also. Uses his height and his weight of about 292 pounds to great advantage.
Chamberlain rebound.
And then how you gonna get him off the block?
Chamberlain for the rebound.
He's stronger than everybody. He can jump pretty much higher than anybody.
Chamberlain the rebound.
Even like
Chamberlain on the rebound, number 13. Chamberlain gets the rebound.
On the 55 rebound game, how about that?
To go against Bill Russell, the great defender, and get 55 rebounds. People say, well, he wouldn't do that today. Yeah, he did it against Bill Russell.
I knew that this is what I was supposed to do if I really wanted to dominate the game, with the rebound. And it was something also very gratifying about it. When you go up there and you grab that ball and you squeeze it, you say, it's mine.
Back to Russell. Won't go. Chamberlain slaps it up on the board, rebounds it. It comes to Chamberlain. Reed guarding him.
One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
Chamberlain works hard and winds up with 46 points and 31 rebounds. He's murder around the basket. But it's not enough to hold back Boston.
That was an air ball right there, I ain't gonna lie.
Driving, blocked by Russell. Chamberlain with the rebound. The basket is good. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
They're going to the side of the bench.
Wilt has had 7 seasons with over 2,000 points. As the all-time high scorer of the league, Wilt sets records every time he plays.
He came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere on that one.
There's that great strength.
Rebound, free ball. Chamberlain puts it in.
Score for the East as Chamberlain backs up the play and taps it in.
Hit the iron. Chamberlain has it. Throws it in. Chamberlain with the rebound.
That was nasty.
Russell had his hands on the ball, but Chamberlain forced it through. Missing. Forced the shot. Chamberlain. A remarkable shot on a fine defensive play.
Shot is up and missed, but Chamberlain has the rebound. And he dunks it.
I noticed you were shaking your head, Freddie Shouse, when Russell partially blocked the shot.
That boy had on that mask, man. That mask looked primitive, bro.
He's just so powerful, Marty.
Oh, yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain following up again, as he has so many, many times in his great career.
Wilt Chamberlain inside with a rebound. When Wilt gets it that close, pretty hard to handle it.
Furious battling under the back.
So, quick question, though. Is he tipping it off the backboard to put the ball in a better position for him to actually be able to grab it? Because that's the only thing I can see why he's throwing it off the backboard like that. Or maybe to get extra, I don't know, get extra rebound. Somebody in the comments tell me why he's like tipping it off the backboard like that.
Basket. And it's dunked in by Chamberlain.
Chamberlain on the west.
Dominated the game for a long time.
Looks one to Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Into Chamberlain. He's deep. And he tips it.
He get that position. It's a wrap. He might as well just go right back on the other side of the floor, bro.
Wilt. He gets an easy one.
Wilt Chamberlain dunks one for Philadelphia.
Chamberlain, 7 feet 1, dumps one in.
Inside to Chamberlain. He's got it. Chamberlain at 75.
Oscar Robertson bounce passes to Big Wilt Chamberlain, and it's a basket.
There's Chamberlain underneath, and he dunks it.
He's got it now, and he bangs it in. Just conjecturing here, how many can he make?
His first 6 years in the pros, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 42 points, 25 rebounds, 3 assists.
42. Oh, God. Average 42.
Chamberlain drops one.
Pass into Chamberlain. Whoa.
Chamberlain.
Russell said, I ain't jumping on that.
For a 2-pointer.
Slam dunk. All right, Wilt Chamberlain, surprise.
Yo, hold on, though. Wait a second.
All right, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yo, he out there hooping in the whole shirt. I don't know who that is right here, but who is this right here? Why he got a whole shirt on? Like he look like he's still out there hooping in his like warm up.
Surprise.
That's weird.
But when you're that big,
He's on another level.
In an 80-game season, he played 79 complete games. He missed 8 minutes of one game because it got thrown out.
That was inconceivable to us.
Just one game, 48 minutes a game is really enough, but playing a whole season, 48 minutes.
Now that will never be done again. Y'all might as well like give up on that. That nobody is ever doing that. Ever. If they do that, they're gonna get drug tested every game, bro. This would make it so hard to judge this dude because that right there alone is superhuman. I don't give a damn how much you run. I don't give a damn how much you went up and down the court full speed or slower than what normal players do. You play 80 games and only miss a couple minutes of one of the games because you got thrown out. I don't have words for that. I just don't know how somebody could actually physically do that for that long of a period of time, bro. Like he different, bro. He different. He alien.
Okay. Forces his way in. Fakes. Now shovels one of the baseline to Chamberlain and puts it up, and it is in.
Live action as Chamberlain turns and goes to the basket.
I mean, when I look back in retrospect, I say, what were they doing to me?
Chamberlain with his back to his man fires out, takes the back, lays it up. It is good. Beautiful move by Chamberlain.
Jesus, it must have been some time when I could have gotten a rest.
But unbelievably, he never took one.
Gives it to Chamberlain. Drops it in and he's fouled.
How the hell do you stay so strong all season? How do you avoid fouling out? How do you take a beating every night with guys pushing you, punching you, grabbing you, and come back the next night fresh as a daisy? How the hell do you do this, Wilt?
Chamberlain puts it in.
I was paid to play basketball and people paid to come and see me. And so my coach and the owners felt like, hey, people pay to see him, leave him out there and let him see him. And I was able to deal with it in such a way that only missing 7 minutes. And I look back on it now and go, hey, Hal, I mean, I can't believe it myself.
I would love to see him play against some of these centers today. It would be pretty embarrassing for them, to be candid with you.
And that was Jerry West, bro.
And even more astounding was the scoring.
I want to say this, though. Jerry West found Kobe Bryant. He knew Kobe Bryant was going to be good. Jerry West did a lot as far as, like, scouting talent, modern talent. And for him to say that, I believe him. I truly do. That's one person, that's probably the most important person as far as, like, over the totality of a basketball career in NBA history. He's a logo for a reason. And for somebody like that to say that, y'all better take heed, bro. Y'all better listen. Wilt Chamberlain wasn't no f***ing joke, bro. I don't think there's nobody in the modern NBA who could do nothing with him. I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest. Like this, it's crazy.
It's a
because that
record
shot
course.
don't go away. That's a
50
shot
points a
that
game.
work now.
That's right. 5-0. 50.
Man's averaging 50 points a game.
And then he over here throwing up sky hooks before sky hooks was a thing.
What a shot! Oh!
It's like a
He's
effortless
averaging 50. A bad night is 44.
We were in awe of what he was doing out there against the best players in the world.
Rogers takes the jump shot. It's no good. Chamberlain puts it in.
Good follow-up again by Chamberlain.
Tip. Chamberlain.
Rogers missing. Rebound again.
He'd get 63. He'd get 70. I mean, miraculous things.
Chamberlain slam dunk.
Michael Jordan scored 50 or more points 31 times in his career. Impressive. Wilt did it 45 times in one season.
The biggest, strongest, and the greatest scorer of all time.
Yo.
Drives the hook, lays it off the Chamberlain, and stuffs it in.
The big guy is turning it on tonight.
I heard one team had what they thought was a perfect defense against you. They locked the dressing room door.
They locked the dressing room door, bro. Yeah. Like I said, man. In my opinion, bro, to be honest, the more footage I watch, I don't like to say that there's a GOAT because, you know, that's disrespectful to some of the other players and whatnot. But, man, Wilt Chamberlain, man. I feel like if we literally talking about individual basketball players, not factoring in like actual like team accomplishments and you know, just who's the best player, which is the discussion has to be, right? I mean, we're talking about who's the greatest player of all time. We talk about on the floor, who's the best player, right? We have to be. It's hard to pick somebody over him. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to pick somebody over him. I know it's gonna be people like what he didn't count because of the era he played in, but I feel like those people who say that don't really know nothing about that era, bro, because there's still a lot of, even though the teams are smaller, almost every team had a Hall of Fame center on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't know how good Nate Thurman was defensively. People don't know how good Willis Reed was. People don't know how good, even though his numbers don't show it, Bill Russell was one of, that's why people always talk about Bill Russell defense. Bill Russell, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, if not the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So, for him to do those type of numbers against players who are like revered, you know, by people who really know the game is, oh boy, Wilt Chamberlain, bro. I would, man, let me tell you something. I would pay a lot of money to see that dude play. Even just one season. Put 1962 Wilt now, bro. I would pay a lot of money to see it, and I think a lot of people would because the stuff that he did. People are talking about Joel Embiid's one of the best centers now. Nikola Jokic. How in the hell is Nikola Jokic gonna stop Wilt Chamberlain? I can't even see Embiid stopping Wilt Chamberlain, bro. Imagine players nowadays, these little soft guys who just bump, you know, off of fouls and stuff now, just be falling to the floor and shit. Imagine what they would do with Wilt Chamberlain in the paint. You saw all them shots he was blocking, bro. I mean, come on, man. The dude upper body was like this long, but his legs was like this, and his arms was like this. I don't know, man. If you like the reaction, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, do all of that stuff, man. We keeping the reactions coming. We're gonna keep the gameplays coming. We're gonna keep the NBA what ifs coming. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, because you're gonna end up subscribing eventually anyway. That's how I'm looking at it. So yeah, man, Clutch Gaming out.